Hey there, crafty peeps, it's Rhonda from Rhonda World 365. I am back with another video, and I thought today what I would do, because I have been gone way too long, and so I've been out of it, not able to post videos, whatever, just been away from the computer, not even being able to craft. So I thought what I'll do is I'll start out with the stuff that I have been working on more recently, as in just recently, and then I'm going to continue. You're going to notice over the next day or so that I am posting more videos of things that I have previously worked on that I wasn't able to show you until now. So let's get on with it. I've been working on this little project for Junk Journal Junkies, etc. Sweeties group. It is a separate group that is part of the etc. group, but it's devoted for this Valentine's Day Sweeties type of thing. And I have decided to bless 3 people. I'm going to do this whole kit with all 3 people. So everything in here, you're going to see the same, like, it's going to be the same thing for all 3 kits. They'll have the same component. It may have a little different picture, but the themes are all the same too. Very similar pictures, maybe just slight differences, but it's going to be hearts and roses and love. It's Valentine's Day after all. So you'll see a vintage kind of florally love theme going through here with reds and pinks, maybe a teeny bit of purple, that kind of theme, but then browns and whatever. So in each of them, I bought these, and so I decided to include one for each of the 3 ladies that I'm going to bless, or 3, I shouldn't say ladies because it might be a guy. But anyway, 3 individuals I'm going to bless. This is a heart, kind of a heart bauble. I got it at Dollar Tree, and there's a whole bunch of them in this little packet, and I've been using them for crafting, and I used them on one thing in here, so you'll see that too, but I thought I'd include it. And then we have this pretty little doily here, and it's a little red doily. It's paper, so I included one of those. And then, so the first stuff I'm starting with is like the mundane, and my thought was that I would include all of this stuff, and hopefully that they could, because it's all cohesive, they could make their own little happy journal. It might be like a 1 or 2 signature journal, but nonetheless, their own love journal. Anyway, so this is a die cut milk jug, or something like that, jar, milk jar, whatever. Anyway, and so it's I turned that into a little baby journaling card, the little tab, the flower. And then this was actually extra patterned paper, and I turned it into a tag. It's patterned on both the front and the back, and so I included that as well. Now we're going to get into kind of the altered stuff. This one here is it's a altered paper clip, and it's this little postcard image. It says blessed, and of course there's these pearls, and I've got the little bee here. I'm sorry, the camera's moving. I've got this new setup, and I'm not so sure about it. I can't think I can. We're gonna reevaluate, but anyway. So the little bee and the bling, and so that'll be a nice little tuck spot they can include in their journal. Altered, okay, it's technically not really an altered library card, but it's patterned paper, and then what I've done is I have stamped a library card onto the patterned paper, and the pattern shows through, giving that altered image appeal. And I got that stamp at the stamping convention here in Illinois last year. That comes out in March at Cliff Breakers here in Illinois, and it's really quite cool. So if you get the chance, you should go. They're all over it's all over the U.S. It travels, but I love it, and I get to go because it lands every year on my birthday. On the back is also patterned paper, and then I've stamped it with these lines. What I did was I used cardboard, and I ripped the facing off of it, and then there's corrugation in the center. So that's stamped on here, but a lot of times that corrugation is real close together, so not like as spaced out as these are. And so what I've done is what I do is I go through and I push every other one down and I mush them all down, and then I have the other ones that are standing up is the ones that get stamped on, and they're perfect lines. We have an altered journal card here. It says love. This is patterned paper, but then I got these little girls. She's a vintage little girl. I cannot remember where I got them. I got them a couple years ago. These little vintage girl stamps. I ordered them. I believe it was off Etsy. It was a digital download kit of vintage girls images. It wasn't a bunch of them. It was just like maybe I think like 6 or 7. And then a friend of mine also gave me a few, so I have them stored on a file on my computer, and I just print out a few every once in a while. We got bling across here, and then that one says a few of my favorite things in this journal box on the back. Okay, and then I'm going to show you this one first, because this one is patterned paper, right? And I've made this kind of journaling little notepad, if you will, and it flips up like this. And I made this out of leftover paper, which you're going to see what I use the paper for a little bit later, a few minutes, from now. But that paper has these little pink flowers on it, and I don't know if I can get that conveyed properly here, but I'll try. And then, so golden edge, and all I used was, I used washi tape, and I went over the edge, and then I punched the edge with the cute little, corner adorners. And, so we've got the pattern paper, what do you call it? Booklet here. And then, actually, I'll show you, because this was this, it's kind of like computer paper, print paper, whatever. Anyway, it's patterned, but it's, it's like copy paper type stuff. And so this side was the side I used for the paper, and then this side you're going to see here where I had leftovers. So I made each of the sets these little kind of another flip pad of paper, and I stamped at the bottom here, follow your heart. So then it's got a brad that's kind of holding it all together, so it kind of makes it cute. Little tuck or something they can tuck in. Here's an altered guest check. I've got, again, a vintage girl. And back here, this is Mod Podge napkin. And then down here, this is one of the flowers from a patterned paper that I have. I just cut it out and kind of inked around the edges. Lucky in Love. And, of course, the music paper behind it. Pearls and lace. So altered guest check to go in their book. Then we have this, which I know it looks like a journaling card, which technically I guess it is, but so I've got the vintage lady, I should say. And then I've got, this is a Mod Podge napkin. I put down the hem paper, and then I put over top of it the napkin. And do small things with great love, a little bit of lace, but it's actually a postcard. And I actually made that, it's a stamp also, so I stamped the postcard. I got that stamp, I think, at Hobby Lobby, but I haven't seen it there for a while, and somebody told me it wasn't, because they were wanting it, and I'm sorry, it was there. But, so I made this pocket, and I figured, that either they could put it all the way down, or just seal it, so that, they could tuck behind it, or whatever. And it's got 2 pockets, and then this pretty little postcard again, the best ever, and the pretty rose, and that's 3D, so you can see. Here is some tickets for journaling, and that I put in the first pocket, and then out of that patterned paper, I made a tag, stamped a little flourish into the second pocket. And then here we have, it's a bag, and I altered the bag. I got it from Chili's, because they have these, and then they put your silverware in it. So I conned the waitress into giving me a bunch. No, I'm just kidding. I just begged her. Anyway, so I put this heart doily on here, and then music paper behind it, and you can see the little girl That's a girl die cut, and Love Your Life. And now all these are going to be just a little different because I didn't have the same sayings on all of them. Well, I could have cut them out, but I would rather just, you know, I used what I had already cut and ready to go and whatever. Little flower I made with a button center, and this is another vintage image, and these are the images. These actually I got from my friend a while ago, and there's like a little set of, I think, 6 of them. Anyway, and so I use them in varying sizes here and there. You'll see on my stuff sometimes. But that's kind of cute to include in their little journal. Ooh, this one. Okay, so this is actually one of those bodice. It's a die cut. It's a bodice, you know, dress bodice for like a seamstress or whatever. So I die cut that, and then I wrapped around it because I had no other cute way of giving my, you know, I guess I could have just plain wrapped it up, but this was fun. So that is organza ribbon. There's a light one and a dark one in there. And then eyelash trim that I went around with, and it's multicolored here. And I need to rewrap it because I've been messing with it left and right here. But I have this little safety pin here that I've closed it all together with, or it was closed together with until I was messing with it. And it says, be awesome. I put these bobble thingies on them. Well, there's little buttons, and then here is a little rose bead. And I thought somebody could really include that in their journal and love it. And they can do the, you know, they can mess with the ribbon and lace, however they, you know, whatever they want to do, or ribbon and eyelash trim, whatever they want to do. I did make this. It's a giant envelope, altered envelope. So it's got the brown, and I didn't do a ton to the back here, but I do have the, you know, the hem paper, and then the heart doily, and some lace, buttons, and there's where that heart is that I used, and then these pictures. Live, love, laugh, stamped on. Lace at the bottom, but the lace is actually for this side because I kind of did some Mod Podge napkin, then some stamping, kind of just make it cool looking. So I thought maybe, I left this blank because I thought maybe they could glue that down and then use it as a page. Whichever way, you know, whatever suits their needs. And that might be a cool way to do it, or they could decorate that themselves. And then last but not least, some mini journal to include. So I have made a makeshift closure here with this seam binding, and then there's that little charm. It's a crown flower. I made the flower with a little blingy in the center. Have courage and be kind, and then the vintage girl. And then inside it, like I said, it's a mini journal. It's not real sophisticated, but there is a cute little tuck spot pocket here. And then there's that paper I was talking about. I used a whole bunch of it. Well, not a whole bunch of it in here. I used, like, I think 4 pieces folded in half to make 8-page little mini journal. The center has these 2 little beads. It looks like, I mean, they're buttons, so one's a heart, one's, you know, a little white button or whatever, pearly button. And the back is the same, and then there's another little tuck spot right there. And that they can include in their love journal. So that's what I've got today. This is what I came up with. And I thought that like I said, I have 3 of them. I have 3 of them, and they are, I guess we mail out tomorrow. I hope they really like it. But anyway, stay tuned. I'm about to upload more videos. So until next time, keep on crafting.